Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the entire Stewart family for allowing me to say a few words about my dear friend and my big brother, Emanuel. As we all know, Emanuel was a gifted and special person, not only in life, but to the world of boxing. Emanuel was married to Marie, who's a wonderful, wonderful person, for 48 glamorous years. Two sisters, Diane and Laverne, and a brother, James. Two amazing daughters, Sylvia and Sylvette. On the night Emanuel passed, I did what most people do. I reflected on the times that we shared together. I met Emanuel in 1992 in Barcelona, Spain, at the Summer Olympics. He was there doing what he did best, scouting out talent for the future. He was looking for tomorrow's champions. I was there with the boxer from Chicago named Donnell Doc Nicholson, who was the co-captain of the U.S. boxing team, along with a young man named Oscar De La Hoya. Emanuel came over and introduced himself to me and told me that there were 4 or 5 kids in that team that had what it would take to become a world champion in the sport of boxing. He said that Donnell would be one of them. He was wrong, in a good way. He also said that Oscar De La Hoya would be one of the sport's biggest stars ever. And he said that Oscar had a special gift. As we all know, he sure was right about Oscar. Emanuel truly mastered the sweet science of boxing in ways that others could only envy. He trained 41 world champions. That's something that may never, ever be done again in the history of that sport. I won't mention all 41 champions' names that he trained, but I'm sure all of you would agree that Emanuel had what was called it, that special something that he made and that he gave to each and every one of them to help them become the great historic world champions that they all are today. Some of you are obviously here today, and Tommy, I wanted you to know I spent some of Emanuel's final moments of life with him in the hospital, and he wanted me to tell you that he loved you like no other. As we all know, Emanuel was inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame as both a trainer and manager. It's a very rare achievement in the sport of boxing. No one did color commentary the way that Emanuel did. He had that special analytical way of seeing things in ways that others didn't. And I wanted to say a very special thank you to all of the wonderful people at HBO for giving him an amazing tribute to his life and career. That is a true act of class and elegance by all the wonderful folks at HBO. Thank you all for doing that. It was wonderful. Aside from being the legend in boxing that Emanuel was, he was also an amazing person, as we all know. Emanuel was at the christening of both of my sons. We never missed a birthday or holiday phone call to each other, and he always would find the time to pick up the phone and simply say hello and see how everyone in my world was doing. He was always very thoughtful and thankful of others. He simply cared about people without being envious or jealous of anyone else. That's the type of person Emanuel was. Emanuel always found the time to sign an autograph, take a photo, or simply shake a hand. He always helped people that needed financial help, no matter who they were. He never said no. Even if it was the very last dollar in his pocket, he never said no. Emanuel lived a life that many people would only dream of living. He's met kings and queens. He's had dinner at the White House. He's met several presidents, countless celebrities, movie stars, and athletes. But at the end of the day, he was simply Emanuel Stewart, everyone's friend. He never let fortune or fame get in the way of who he was. He was just a regular guy. I was very fortunate to have visited Emanuel many times while he was in the hospital, and I can tell everyone that he did what he did best and never stopped fighting. At the end of the day, God always wins. I don't know why God does the things he does. Perhaps someday I will. Perhaps we all will. But I thank God for allowing Emanuel to be a part of my life and for letting me be a part of his life. Emanuel, I will miss your amazing smile, your endless charm, your caring personality. Thank you for bringing a world of goodness into this sometimes complicated place we call life. You have made a difference in thousands of people's lives. Now it's your turn to be in a better place. God bless you, Emanuel.